Roxanne, I know a lot of us would love to be in with this crowd. It's called a scholar's paradise.
Yes.
The Institute for Advanced Studies in Princeton recently welcomed its latest group of 200 top of their field scholars from around the world. News 12's Brian Donahue was there yesterday for one of the most cherished rituals involving coffee, tea, and cookies.
So I study neutron stars, which are the collapsed cores of dead stars. I study plasmas, which are very important in a lot of astrophysical contexts.
We don't know 80% of the matter in the universe, and I study this thing called dark matter.
Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty intellectually small right about now. Just walked into what may be the most high-minded and mind-blowing coffee break on planet Earth. It's the daily tea time at the Institute for Advanced Studies in Princeton. 35 Nobel laureates and 42 of the 60 Fields medalists have worked or studied at the Institute since it was founded in 1930. Acceptance here, where no degrees are offered and scholars are free to pursue knowledge for knowledge's sake, is still considered the pinnacle of academic and scientific life in the world.
There may be more brain power on this patio than almost any place on the planet right now, no? Right. Even the baby's probably smarter than me.
But it's the daily break from studies, the 3 p.m. tea time, which is one of the Institute's most cherished and long-standing rituals.
So much of our intellectual life is collaborative. You know, people really learn by working together, and it's a chance to get in a slightly more informal setting to mix and mingle and talk to people. So it's part of the intellectual life.
Turns out IAS's best-known scholar, Albert Einstein himself, first hatched his landmark idea of quantum entanglement, not in his study, but right here, over tea.
To different boundary conditions.
For me, eavesdropping on conversations was as awe-inspiring as staring up at the heavens themselves. Over on the curb, munching a cookie, is Ahmed Almeri, considered one of the smartest people in the world. Last year, he and his team solved Stephen Hawking's 50-year-old riddle over whether information can escape a black hole.
Or at least to me, it's just a set of interesting puzzles to solve.
He's chatting with Venkatesh Chandrakasaran, a theoretical physicist who studies quantum gravity. The topic of their little chit-chat?
Singularities inside of black holes when there are quantum fields around.
Really integrated into the study of the classical world.
Yeah.
Over by the lawn is a group from IAS's School of Historical Studies. Classical archaeologist Abby Ellis, whose Twitter feed features jokes like, "Isis Aphrodite is tired of your BS," is chatting with Ken Alder, who could fill a trophy case with the awards he's won for his books on the history of technology.
I always love that Michelangelo story. Doesn't he fake bury one of his statues?
With debate raging right now over whether we're all just as productive working from home, a reminder that the greatest minds on the planet, along with inspiration and perspiration, still cherish conversation. Oh, and cookies, of course. Don't forget the cookies.
I'm Brian Donahue. This is Positively New Jersey.
Don't you love that these great minds still love cookies? While it's often mistakenly identified as part of Princeton University, the Institute for Advanced Studies is not affiliated with Princeton and is entirely independent.